So, yeah, I'm starting this vlog in the car. So we're on the way to a match. Millwall at home. Rowett reunion. Take 2. 3-1 Blues prediction today. Come on, Blues.
Number 6, Sean Williams.
So yes, back in the kitchen. Only place I can get good light. So yeah, today's game, the Rowett reunion. Rowett returns to St Andrews again. Millwall. So, it's a bit of an awkward one. Because it was one of those where you could say we didn't deserve any more, but you could certainly say we did as well. Because in that game, we had 2 penalty decisions turned down, one which was a certain penalty. One which was definitely a possible penalty, but one was a certain penalty where they pulled Jimenez's shirt back in the box and he was about to shoot, so it was a penalty. Then there's the other one was a chance in the box, which could have been a penalty. Other chances include Jimenez running through on goal, missing the kick and kind of falling over and kicking it wide. Juki went clean through on goal one side and put it wide, and then went clean through on the other side and put it very wide and nearly went out for a throw-in. Their goal, we left him with ludicrous amounts of space to take the shot, but the shot was magnificent and it was unsavable by Truman. Our goal, great crossing, great header, good all-round goal. Nice to see Clark Salter get on the score sheet. He kind of deserves it after the last couple of games. He's played quite well. Bit disappointing to see 2 of our players have to be substituted due to injury and a couple of others go down during the match. Vialba's didn't look too bad, but Roberts' didn't look great. But it may have just been a twisted ankle, they're saying, but he said it was still in a lot of pain at full time. So hopefully we can get that scanned soon and find out how long he's going to be out for, or if he's going to be out at all. Hopefully he's fit enough to come back for the next game. Because that defence was playing quite well up until then. Harley came on. He certainly did a job considering he's been out for a few games. I don't fully agree with just giving him the captain's armband back straight away after getting a red card. He hadn't been playing brilliant. But we did. I'm not sure Clotet wanted him to get it, but Juki gave it him. I thought Truman had a very good performance. The goal he could do nothing about, really. There was a header from Smith, I think it was. It went just to his right-hand side and he saved it and pushed it wide. There was that one which went up in the air, which he palmed up into the air, then jumped over and pushed it out of play for a corner. He made 2 or 3 really good saves. He played very well. He got the ball out when there was some dodgy passes back to him. I think he had a very good game. And at the current moment, there is no reason for Lee Camp to be put back in that squad or team. I think he's played very well, and it's showing. At the back, I thought Colin didn't have a great game. Roberts didn't really have enough time to be able to say if he had a good game or not, but Harley had an alright game. He wasn't brilliant. He wasn't like old school last season Harley, but yeah. I thought Clark Salter would go down as my man of the match. I think he had a very good performance. He stopped a lot of the attacks, made some good last-ditch tackles, and scored the goal that won us the match. Well, it didn't win us the match. Drew us the match. It felt like a win, the way we were playing. Pedersen was okay, but he made a couple of mistakes here and there. Villalba I didn't think was very good. I thought he got tackled a bit too much. He tried to show too much skill. Sometimes when he cut back that once, he ended in an attack which had to be saved, I think, by Truman. He skilled past about 3 players and then decided to cut back and try and skill him again, when he could have just passed it off and played it away. So he made a few mistakes. Crowley, I thought, made some decent passes, but made a few errors as well. And certainly was over hitting some of the passes that could have been simple 2-yard balls rather than just trying to dink it over the top, putting way too much power on it and sending it out for a goal kick. I thought Sunyek had an okay game. I thought he made some really good tackles. He did some really good things, but he did some bad things as well. I thought Bellingham had a very good game. Made some good tackles, some good passes, some good skill, some good all-round play today. He made a couple of dodgy tackles as well, but who doesn't when they play for Blues? Montero, I thought he played quite well when he came on. He certainly changed the game again. He showed that bit of pace that we required, that bit of pace that wasn't there up front. Bayer, I didn't think was brilliant, but he made some decent tackles and was chasing back when other players weren't at the end of the game. I thought Juki did not have a very good game again today. He didn't look brilliant. He doesn't look great when he plays up front with Jimenez, but he just hasn't looked brilliant for a couple of games now. I wouldn't put those two up front together. Look, I just realised you can see me. I won't put those two up front together, to be honest. They're too much alike. They're trying to do the same job, but they're also still playing as if there's only one of them up there and the other one's a winger. I liked the 4-3-3 when we switched to it. Bayer wasn't brilliant, but when Bayer was on the one wing, you had pace there. If you had Montero on the other with pace there, you do have Magoma who can play either wing as well. I'm sure Crowley or Villalba could play the wings if really required. But then if you got Jimenez or Duke up front, that would work quite well. But yeah, I thought it was a decent performance. It wasn't brilliant. It's a fair draw, whilst also could have been a victory for either side, really. So it was one of them. But who knows? Who knows? So on to next week. Reading away, and that will be an interesting game with Michael Morrison potentially playing with Puskas also. So an ex-player and a player we tried to sign in the transfer window. So it'll be interesting to see those two. See us in the December, just before the January transfer window. See what we need. I think we need a pacey striker. We should go back in for Che and try and get him back on loan for the rest of the season, as he's not doing much playing there. Today, in fact, he's sat on the bench. Didn't even come off the bench because they had another player come on. So I think that's a possible option, trying to go for a striker with some pace and some clinical finishing. If they can do that, that would be very good. And possibly somewhere along the defence might be quite nice to have someone. I feel like if we had the money and the ability to sign another goalkeeper, I would. But I feel like we've already got enough goalkeepers. Truman's playing well at the moment. I don't think he needs to be replaced. Camp is an okay replacement for him. Then you've got Ramos down there, obviously. You've got other goalkeepers, Stockdale. If you need them, we've got them. So I think strikers that are creative and pacey that are going to finish is the most important to get in January's transfer window. What do you guys think? Anyway, keep right on. See you next Saturday. Reading away. Keep right on.